morning, scholars. Today, for Humanities, you will learn all about Ellen Ochoa. She was the first Hispanic woman to go to space. Here are some words to know. Astronaut, someone who works or lives in space. Next word, college, a school after high school. Engineering, the use of science and math to build better objects. Next word, NASA, NASA, which stands for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. This is a government group that is in charge of studying and traveling to space. And our last word is physics, a science that deals with matter and energy. Let's read a book from Epic called Ellen Ochoa. Follow along as I read. Let's get to the beginning here. All right, so here you will see the table of content. The first chapter is about Ellen's childhood. We'll read about what to be. The next title is When Everything Changed. Try Again. Next, the first Hispanic woman in space. Not done yet. Then it follows by the glossary, more information, and index. Let's begin. Ellen's childhood. Ellen Ochoa was born in Los Angeles, California in 1958. She was the middle child in a family of 5 children. Ellen and her family moved to a city near San Diego, California when she was young. Ellen's grandparents on her father's side were from Mexico. Sadly, because of this, some people treated her father's family poorly when he was young. Ellen's father didn't want his own children treated badly, so Ellen and her siblings weren't taught Spanish. Here's a picture of Ellen and her son, Wilson. When Ellen was still a baby, her mother started taking college classes. It took her 22 years to finish, but she showed Ellen how important education was. In high school, Ellen was the top student of her class. What to be? Ellen didn't know what to study in college. She played the flute, so she thought about studying music. She thought about writing news. She thought about studying engineering, but was told women couldn't be engineers. Finally, Ellen chose to study physics. Then everything changed. After studying physics, Ellen followed her heart and went to school for engineering. While Ellen was working on her engineering degree, Sally Ride became the first American woman to go to space. Ellen realized she could become an astronaut too. Here's a picture of Sally Ride. Try again. Ellen wasn't picked the first 2 times she tried to become an astronaut, but this didn't stop her. She went to work for NASA, invented special science tools, and learned to fly aircraft. 5 years after she first tried, Ellen was chosen to be an astronaut in 1990. The first Hispanic woman in space. Like all astronauts, Ellen spent time training and learning. She studied and practiced working with special robots. This would be one of her many jobs in space. Ellen went to space in 1993, 94, and 1999, and in 2002. She was in space for around 1,000 hours total. It wasn't easy spending time in space, but Ellen was doing very important work. In 1999, Ellen was part of the first team to dock at the International Space Station. While in space, Ellen was able to talk to her family using special video tools. Not done yet. Ellen still works for NASA today. Since 2013, she's been in charge of the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. Schools across the country are named after her. She's a true example of how hard work can help you reach your dreams. That concludes our reading of Ellen Ochoa. Now for a few questions. What was Ellen Ochoa most known for? And question number 2, what is an astronaut? Take this time to write it down in your journal or on a piece of paper and think about who she was and what is the definition of an astronaut. Thank you, scholars. This was your social studies lesson today. It reflected, and we learned about Ellen Ochoa and the many things that she did. Thank you and have a good day.